Test.
Once everything's done, I'll go get them. I'll be on. So Mrs. Cox, Mr. Cox, Casey the son, the grandparents, and then it's Heather Carnes and Mike Richards. Look at this. This is why I need a soda beforehand. This is why I need a soda beforehand. Fully admitted out of here.
Good evening. Before we proceed, I'd like to briefly turn the meeting over to the father of Ty Michael Cox. A Mesa Vista Elementary School student, excuse me, who passed away earlier this month, and is posthumously receiving our President's Award tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the dais, Mr. Michael Cox.
Thank you, Mr. Haggerty. It is an honor to call this meeting in order in the memory of my beloved son, Ty Michael Cox, as a posthumous recipient of the President's Award.
Good evening, and welcome to the Ysleta Independent School District's meeting of the Board of Trustees. We are happy that you have taken the time to join us and invite you to take the opportunity to share your questions and comments with the board via the public comment portion of our meeting. Rules for participating in the public comment portion are available at the sign-up table. We would like to remind everyone that this is a board meeting, often attended by students, and ask that we all conduct ourselves in a manner that best represents the values and traditions of the Ysleta Independent School District. Please turn off or silence all cell phones, tablets, and other automated devices, and thank you for your attendance. The June 29th board meeting is called to order at 6:06 p.m. We have a quorum with Mr. Rosales, Mr. Ramirez, Mrs. Woodruff, Mr. Pearson, Mrs. McLean, Ms. Duenas, and myself, Shane Haggerty. Secretary Duenas, will you please lead us in the pledges and a moment of silence?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for the moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
Dr. De La Torre, do we have recognitions this evening?
We do. If I could quickly just deviate from the agenda for a second and acknowledge the presence and the attendance of new instructional leaders throughout the district to give you all an opportunity to place a name with a face, beginning with introduction of the new principal at Bel Air High School, Mr. Charlie Garcia. If you'll please stand. I'd also like to introduce the new principal at Desert View Middle School, Ms. Marianne Olivas. Excited and delighted to welcome Ida Perales, principal, Camino Real Middle School. Formerly the assistant principal at Ysleta High School, now principal at Vista Hills Elementary School, Laura Judith Calderon. Principal Constance Holbert Elementary School, Leticia Gutierrez. Thrilled to announce that Beth Harbison will be the principal at Desert Air Elementary School. Just a beautiful human being, Lourdes Hinojosa Loma Terrace Elementary School. At Glen Cove Elementary School, Miss Margarita Mendoza. And from the El Paso Independent School District, once at Lundy, now principal at Eastwood Heights Elementary School, Mr. Raul Mendoza, who may or may not be with us tonight. There he is. Assuming the role of Director, Advanced Academics, Ms. Michelle Kerwald. Promoting from coordinator in the Career Tech Ed world, the new Director of Career Tech Ed, Fernando Marquez. Back home with us, Director, Risk Management, Lorraine Quintala. Introduced him. With us, also Director, Pupil Parent Services, James Jimmy Vasquez. Introduced at our last meeting, again, Ms. Carmen Crawford at Sageland Elementary School, and Mr. Jonathan Valdez will be the new principal at Riverside Middle School. Thank you. Thank you all for agreeing to take time to meet. Marianne, did I introduce you?
Was that
Just making sure.
At this time, I'll turn it over to Patricia Ayala, our Director of Public Relations.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board, Superintendent De La Torre. We have one recognition for you this evening. At this time, we ask that you please come to the front of the dais for the presentation, and we ask the audience members to please remain seated until the recognition is complete. Tonight's recognition is in honor of student Ty Michael Cox, who passed away earlier this month after displaying amazing strength of character, resilience, and love of life over the past 6 years while battling a rare illness called histiocytosis. Ty attended both Pebble Hills and Mesa Vista Elementary Schools, where teachers and principals described him as one of the most inspiring children they've ever encountered. It was their job to educate Ty, but Ty ended up educating them on how to survive in the face of adversity without sacrificing grace, generosity, and kindness to others. He was known for his overwhelmingly positive attitude, his friendly smile, and his grit, or his passion and resilience in achieving his goals. His time on earth was brief, a mere 11 years, but in that time, Ty united both school communities in their love and admiration for him as he waged his courageous battle against the disease. Even in his last days, he was focused on the happiness of others, planning with his father to have pizza delivered to his friends on the last day of school. He passed away June 3rd, just 4 days before the school year came to an end. Ty will forever live in the hearts of those fortunate to have met him. Tonight, we honor his fighting spirit, his loving heart, and his beautiful memory with the President's Award. We are honored and proud to call him one of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the President's Award on Ty's behalf are his parents, Christine and Michael Cox, his younger brother, Casey, and his grandparents, Mike and Patty Jackson. Accompanying them is Mesa Vista Elementary School Principal, Ms. Heather Carnes, and Eastwood Knolls International School Principal, Mr. Robert Martinez. At this time, Ms. Cox would like to say a few words.
Thank you to the board for recognizing Ty with this award. Ty loved school, and that is due in large part to the people he came in contact with on a daily basis. Over the last 4 years, Ty attended Pebble Hills and Mesa Vista. The faculty and staff at both of these schools went above and beyond and exceeded our expectations in regards to Ty's education and personal well-being. So many people in YISD touched our lives and helped Ty make the most out of every day. Administrators, teachers, nurses, therapists, office, custodial, and cafeteria staff. There are too many to name individually. However, we do want to personally thank our administrators, Mr. Martinez, Mrs. Vasquez, and Mrs. Carnes. You are the best of the best. Thank you to Ty's teachers, Mrs. Wood, Ms. Avila, Mrs. Salazar, and Mr. Nedia. He loved all of you dearly. And finally, thank you to the YSD Special Ed Department. Ty loved receiving awards, so I know that he is looking down on us with a huge smile on his beautiful face. Thank you.
At this time, let's give it another big round of applause for Ty's celebration of life. Thank you. That concludes our recognition for this evening.
Secretary Duenas, do we have requests for citizens' input?
Yes, we have one. Mr. Richard Dayu, and it is subject on item 1, number 9191.
Good afternoon, Mr. President Haggerty, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent De La Torre. Thank you for this opportunity to speak before you this evening. I'll share an editorial comment with you. Having gone to City Council, some of our friends know, pretty regularly. This is a much more pleasurable environment to attend. Thank you for the decorum that you display for these board meetings. It's my distinct pleasure tonight to speak before you briefly on the Chamber's position of support, which we passed back in September of last year in support of your bond initiative, which we now know was successful. In fact, I interviewed Dr. De La Torre. He was my very first guest on my very first radio show with KTEP, helping to promote the bond initiative for the community. I will leave with staff copies of the resolution just for your own references. It is really my point this evening is to not only thank you for what you've done thus far, but to continue to encourage you to pursue the same, because inherent in our resolution of support was the strong encouragement by our membership to have the school district spend as much of those bond dollars as possible using local providers, local architects, local designers, and certainly local contractors. I recognize, we all do, that bottom line is a key point. We have to maximize the use of our tax dollars. And so far, you've demonstrated a commitment to doing that. And really, this is just an encouragement to continue doing that. And when you are awarding a contract to an out-of-town firm, we want you to encourage them, as I think the current firm that's been chosen thus far has been doing, which is to use as much of the local subcontractors, contractors in their process so that we retain as many of those dollars in our local tax base as possible. Outside of any questions that you have, that's really the thrust of my commentary tonight. And I want to thank you for fulfilling that commitment that you made to us back when this bond was first issued to go out to the voters. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. During the June 27th Agenda Review Workshop, consent item number 2 was pulled by Secretary Duenas for legal opinion. Consent item numbers 3 and 4 were pulled by Trustee Ramirez, who recused himself from the items, and consent number 11 was pulled to be listed under action item number 7C11 for a separate motion. Are there any other items you would like to pull for discussion or separate motion?
This is only on the consent items?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no.
No other items, please, using the automated discussion. Is there any discussion on the revised order of the agenda?
Oh, we have on the consent items also. Or am I, oh, no, sorry, I'm mixing them up with it.
No discussion. May I please have a verbal and an automated motion on the revised order of the agenda?
Mr. President, I move to approve the revised order of the June 29th agenda.
Thank you, ma'am. We have a motion and a second. If everybody can cast their electronic votes. Motion passes 7-0. The order of the agenda has been approved, but are there any other consent items you wish to discuss? If not, may you please have an electronic and verbal motion on the remaining consent agenda items listed on the agenda as recommended by the administration.
On the consent again?
Oh, I skipped the minutes?
Yes, you skipped them.
Sorry. In that case, using your automated hand for discussion, is there discussion on the minutes of the special meeting, June 13th, 2016?
Yes.
Click your button. Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to discuss or say something on the minutes for June 13th. And that would be that having that we were not aware of some of the things that were that were on the agenda. Didn't know if we can have maybe the board be presented what's going to be discussed on the agenda and the material, some of the material we did not, we couldn't agree to it because of the fact that some of us didn't get all the facts on that agenda. And just for the record, to have at least give us some more information on before getting any of the trainings and letting us know what they are about. Thank you.
Is there any other discussion? If not, may I have a verbal and automated motion on the minutes?
Mr. President, I
Yes,
move to approve the minutes for the special meeting June 13th, 2016.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. Now we can have discussion and motion on the remaining consent agenda items as recommended by administration.
I move to approve the remaining consent agenda items as recommended by the administration.
Go ahead and cast your electronic vote.
What are we voting on now?
The consent items. Motion passes 7-0. We'll now address the items pulled off the consent agenda for discussion and separate motion. Consent item number 2. Consider and take possible action to accept a donation from Blackboard, Inc. in the amount of $20,000 for the 2016-17 convocation event. Is there any discussion?
Yes.
Just hit your button real quick. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Safi, I went ahead and pulled this so that we can ask you and put it on record. If we can go ahead and approve this, having that we were told, about receiving gifts due to the fact on the bond, and I just want a clarification if it's okay to accept this.
Yes, Mr. Haverty, Ms. Duenas, trustees, Dr. La Torre. In the education code, there's a specific provision authorizing boards of trustees to accept gifts to the district. If there are any conditions or strings attached to the district, then the board can consider those and whether, in light of that, whether it wants to accept the gift or not. When a gift is, also the education code provides that when a gift is made for a specific purpose, as long as that specific purpose is legal and appropriate, then it should be used for that purpose. In this particular case, it appears from the agenda that this gift is intended for the district convocation, and that would be a legal and appropriate use of the gift. Now you have board policies that address, you have your board policy, CDC legal and local, that address gifts. And CDC local does say that any gift in an amount of over $5,000 does require board approval. Under $5,000, the board has delegated to administration the authority to accept gifts. So this is over $5,000, so acceptance of the gift would require board approval.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? If not, may I please have a motion on consent item number 2?
Mr. President, I move to approve acceptance of a donation from Blackboard, Inc. in the amount of $20,000 for the 2016-17 convocation event.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. La Torre, does administration have a recommendation on this item?
President Haggerty, members of the board, the administration is in full support of accepting the donation from Blackboard with an understanding that it's intended to support the 2006 district convocation.
Motion passes 7-0. Consent item number 3. Consider and take possible action to approve Amendment Number 3 to YSD Contract 94-001-1 with El Paso Community College to provide test preparation materials for the operation of the nursing program at Bel Air High School during the 2016-17 school year in an amount not to exceed $15,000 from local funds. Is there discussion on item 3? No discussion, may please have a vote.
Mr. President, I move to approve Amendment Number 3 to YSD Contract Number 94-001-1 with El Paso Community College to provide test preparation materials for the operation of the nursing program at Bel Air High School during the 2016-2017 year in an amount not to exceed $15,000 from local funds.
I have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does administration have a recommendation?
President Hagerty, members of the board, the administration supports the approval of amendment to the YSD Contract 94001 with El Paso Community College to provide test preparation materials for the operation of the nursing program at Bel Air High School during the 2016-17 school year.
Thank you. Motion passes 6-0. With one abstention. And item number 4. Consider and take possible action to approve Amendment Number 1 to YSD Contract 2016-0195 with El Paso Community College to provide clinical experience and learning opportunities for EMT certification to students in the Bel Air Center for Health Professions Magnet Program during the period of August 1st, 2016 to July 31st, 2017, in the amount of $56,690 from local funds. Is there any discussion? No discussion, may I please have verbal and electronic?
Mr. President, I move to approve Amendment Number 1 to ISD Contract Number 201-60195 with El Paso Community College to provide clinical experience and learning opportunities for EMT certification to students in the Bel Air Center for Health Professions Magnet Program during the period of August 1st, 2016 to July 31st, 2017, in the amount of $56,690 from local funds.
Dr. De La Torre, does the administration have a recommendation?
Yes, President Hagerty, members of the board, the administration supports the adoption of Amendment Number 1 to YSD Contract 201-60195 with the El Paso Community College to provide clinical experiences and learning opportunities for EMT certification to students in the Bel Air Center for Health Professions.
All votes have been cast. Motion passes 6-0 with one abstention. Action item number 1, consider and take possible action to approve award of YSD solicitation bond 06 RFQ BP08 Del Valle Middle Mission Valley Elementary Combo School to Buford Thomas Company LLC for $25,000 for pre-construction services and 2.75% of cost of construction from bond funds, contingent upon final negotiations, legal counsel review with final contracts, including guaranteed maximum price and estimated cost of construction, presented at subsequent board meeting, and Form 1295 Certificate of Interested Parties. Do we have any discussion?
Yes.
Please hit your button real quick. Your speaker button.
The what? Oh.
One more time. Just
No.
once. Just once. You don't have to double click. All set.
Okay. Who do I address it to, or?
Dr. De La Torre.
I would be happy to answer your question, or Dr. De La Torre can
Okay.
assist me.
All right. My question is just, I was looking at the pictures back there, and I had a few questions. It looks very nice and beautiful and everything, but I have one concern and one question. And due to the fact, and I guess because of the Lower Valley having the clay problem, the shifting, has there been a boring test done? And I have a question. Maybe you can answer them. And you probably know by now. And also the moisture contents on the ground, and because it's going to be a 2-storage, as it is, the middle school is going to be a 2-storage. Will it have enough support to handle both floors?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Haggerty, Dr. Delatorre, members of the board. Yes, ma'am. There has already been some testing done. There will continue to be testing to make sure that we don't have the same problem that we're currently experiencing. Before any construction starts, we'll make sure that the two-story building can be supported.
Okay. Has there been a boring test on there? Or any kind of laboratories on it?
We did one earlier in the year, just to make sure. That's the reason we're bringing portables in right now, moving students out of Valley View in that one little wing that we talked about in last month's meeting. So we've done an initial one, but we will continue to do it, and then the BTC will make sure there's additional borings and testing going on in all parts of that property.
How about the moisturizer, being that it's irrigation land also?
Yes, ma'am. They'll make sure that they'll do all the necessary tests that are going to be needed to make sure that that property will be appropriate for the building.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? If not, may I please have a motion on action item number 1?
I move to approve award of YISD solicitation bond number 06 RFQ BP 08 Del Valle Middle / Mission Valley Elementary Combo School to Buford Thomas Company LLC for $25,000 for pre-construction services and 2.75% of cost of construction from bond funds contingent upon final negotiations, legal counsel review, with final contracts including guaranteed maximum price and estimated cost of construction presented at a subsequent board meeting, and Form 1295 Certificate of Interested Parties.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. Delatorre, does administration have a recommendation on action item number 1?
Yes, President Haggerty, members of the board. The administration supports the approval award YSD solicitation number bond 06 RFQ, bond project 08 Del Valle Mission Valley Elementary Combo School for $25,000 for pre-construction services and 2.75% cost of construction from bond funds.
We can cast your electronic votes. Motion passes 7-0. Action item number 2, consider and take possible action to approve award of YSD solicitation 216034 RFQ bond 2015 bond-related contract audit advisory services to R.L. Townsend and Associates LLC during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 4 one-year extensions not to exceed $350,000 from bond funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review. Is there any discussion?
Yes.
Push your speaker button.
There was 3, right? 3?
Just push your button.
I keep reading.
Once. Perfect.
Okay, there was 3, but there's only 1 that they awarded?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So it's the Tom. Yes, okay. Now, will they be presenting the board maybe like in August or any time soon, or?
Yes, ma'am. We anticipate that they'll probably provide a report to the board on September 14th. Does that work?
Okay. Thank you.
Any further questions? If not, may I please have a electronic and verbal motion on action item number 2?
I move to approve award of YISD solicitation number 216034 RFQ bond 2015 bond-related contract audit advisory services to R.L. Townsend and Associates LLC during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 4 one-year extensions not to exceed $350,000 from bond funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. Delatorre, does administration have a recommendation on action item?
President Haggerty, members of the board, the administration asks that you award YSD solicitation number 216034 RFQ bond 2015 bond-related contract audit advisory services to R.L. Townsend and Associates LLC during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 4 one-year extensions not to exceed $350,000 from bond funds.
Thank you, sir. Motion passes 7-0. Action item number 3, consider and take possible action to approve YISD cooperative requisition with Avaya, Inc. to install a safe and secure entry system at all district school facilities in the amount of $621,744.15 to install through a purchasing cooperative from various district funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review. And it looks like the amount was raised just a little bit, but we have the breakdown in front of us. Mrs. McLean, you have discussion.
So we have the new price list, but what caused the price to increase?
The price increased as a result of the negotiation of the performance bonds, the payment bonds, and the certificates of insurance. So it was that slight increase for those purposes.
Are there any further questions? May I please have a motion on action item number 3?
Mr. President, I move to approve YSD cooperative requisition with Avaya, Inc. to install a safe and secure entry system at all district school facilities in the amount of $621,744.15 through a purchasing cooperative from various district funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review.
Ma'am, we have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does administration have a recommendation?
Yes, President Haggerty, members of the board, the administration asks that you approve YSD cooperative requisition with Avaya Incorporated to install a safe and secure entry system at all district school facilities in the amount of $621,744.15 through a purchasing cooperative from various district funds.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead and cast your electronic votes. It timed out before Mrs. McLean got a chance to vote. That's the right one. Yes. Motion passes 7-0. Action item number 4, consider and take possible action to approve award of YSD solicitation 216049 RFP School Visitor Management System to Hall Pass during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 3 one-year extensions for $100,000 from various district funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review. In your electronic hand for discussion, is there any? Not, may please have electronic and a verbal motion.
Mr. President, I move to approve award of YSD solicitation number 216049 RFP School Visitor Management System to Hall Pass during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 3 one-year extensions for $100,000 from various district funds contingent upon final negotiations and legal counsel review.
Ma'am, we have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does administration have a recommendation on action item number 4?
The administration asks the board to award YSD solicitation 216049 RFP School Visitor Management System to Hall Pass during the period of July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with the possibility of 3 one-year extensions for $100,000 from various district funds.
Thank you, sir. Using your electronic vote, please. Motion passes 7-0. Action item number 5, consider and take possible action to approve award of Phase 1 of awarded YSD solicitation Bond 03 RFQ BP 15 Parkland Middle School addition and renovations to Baines General Contractors Incorporated for $761,491 from bond funds towards the guaranteed maximum price, with the remaining packages totaling the guaranteed maximum price and estimated cost of construction presented at a subsequent board meeting. Using your electronic hand for discussion, is there any? discussion, I move to approve award of Phase 1 of awarded YSD solicitation Bond 03 RFQ BP 15 Parkland Middle School addition and renovations to Baines General Contractors Incorporated for $761,491 from bond funds towards the guaranteed maximum price, with the remaining packages totaling the guaranteed maximum price and estimated cost of construction presented at a subsequent board meeting. Is there a second? Dr. De La Torre, does the administration have a recommendation on action item number 5?
President Haggerty, the administration would ask that the board award Phase Number 1 of awarded YISD solicitation Bond 03 RFQ BP 15 Parkland Middle School addition and renovations to Baines General Contractors Incorporated for $761,491 from bond funds towards the guaranteed maximum price, with the remaining packages totaling the guaranteed maximum price and estimated cost of construction presented at a subsequent board meeting.
Thank you, sir. All votes have been cast. Motion passes 7-0. Action item number 6, consider and approve the internal audit plan for 2016-17. Is there any discussion? No discussion. May I please have a verbal and electronic motion on action item number 6?
Mr. President, I move to approve the internal audit plan 2016 and 17.
Ma'am, Dr. De La Torre, does the administration have a recommendation on action item number 6?
The administration supports and asks the board to approve the internal audit plan for the 2016-17 school year.
We did. We now address the pulled consent. Move to action item number 7. Consider and take possible action to approve TASB and Ysleta recommended 2016-17 changes to the Student Code of Conduct. Is there any discussion? Please hit your buttons if so. No discussion. Using electronic vote, may I have a motion on action item number 7?
Mr. President, I move to approve the TASB and Ysleta recommended 2016-17 changes to the Student Code of Conduct with the additional recommended language from General Counsel as presented during the workshop.
And we have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does administration have a recommendation?
The administration would ask the board to approve the TASB and Ysleta recommended 2016-17 changes to the Student Code of Conduct with the additional recommended language from General Counsel as presented during the workshop.
Thank you, sir. Motion passes 6-1. Under approval of local policies 1 through 3 are the proposed revisions. Staff has reviewed TASB's recommendations, added Ysleta specific language in some cases, and recommended adoption at this time. An inclusive motion has been prepared to be used at our discretion, or we can discuss any of the policy codes individually. Is there discussion? No discussion. May I please have a motion on policy action items 1 through 3 as listed below?
Mr. President, I move to adopt local policies as listed, agenda item 10.1 through 3.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does the administration have a recommendation on the policies?
President Haggerty, members of the board, the administration would ask approval of local policy 10 through 3 or 1 through 3?
1 through 3.
1 through 3, and the proposed revisions.
Motion passes 6-1. Board of Trustees has determined that a closed meeting of the Board of Trustees is required to discuss the items set forth in the posted agenda for this date. Such closed meeting is authorized by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Section 551.001, including but not limited to the sections and purposes covered by the following section of the Texas Government Code: 551.071, 72, 73, 74, 76, 82, 821, 83, and 84. Should any final action, decision, or vote be required with regard to any matter considered in closed session, the final action, decision, or vote shall be in open meeting or a subsequent public meeting with notice. The board will now move to the Rio Grande room for closed session.
Mr. O'Neill, thank you for all the follow-up information. I appreciate that.
Brenda, don't look so sad. We got another 3 more hours.
I reconvene this meeting in open session at 8:22 with the following present: Mr. Rosales, Mr. Ramirez, Mrs. Woodruff, Mr. Pearson, Mrs. McLean, Ms. Duenas, and myself, Shane Haggerty. We will now address the posted action items. Action item number 1, consider and take possible action regarding El Paso Electric Company rate case, Public Utility Commission of Texas docket number 44941. Is there any discussion? If so, please hit your speaker button. If not, may I please have a motion on action item number 1?
Mr. President, I move that the board approve the proposed settlement of the El Paso Electric Company rate case, Public Utility Commission docket number 44941, on the terms set out in the amended and restated stipulation and agreement and attachments thereto as presented, and that the board authorize legal counsel for the Rate 41 group to execute a stipulation and such other documents as may be necessary to finalize the statement based on those terms.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. De La Torre, does administration have a recommendation on action item number 1?
President Haggerty, members of the board, the administration concurs with the action based on legal counsel's information.
Sir? Motion passes 7-0. Is there any other discussion or comments? Not, may I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So move.
We are adjourned at 8:23.